The drama surrounding Caitlin Clark's gut-wrenching exit from the court against the Connecticut Sun wasn't just a moment of physical pain, it was a shattering collision of ambition, neglect, and the crushing weight of expectations. This wasn't a routine injury, a fleeting twinge that could be iced and forgotten. No, this was a full-blown breakdown, a moment where the brightest star in the WNBA, the woman who's carried the Indiana Fever and the league itself into a new era, was reduced to tears, her body and spirit pushed to the brink. The image of Clark limping off, head down, face buried in a towel, wasn't just a snapshot of a game gone wrong. It was a glaring indictment of a system that's failed her. From her coach's baffling decisions to the front office's relentless pursuit of headlines, the red flags have been waving for weeks, ignored by those who should have known better. This wasn't a freak accident, it was a catastrophe waiting to happen, and the blame stretches far beyond the scoreboard. It all unfolded in a game that should have been a showcase for Clark's brilliance. Against the Sun, she was cooking. 14 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and a plus 21 that screamed her dominance. She was the engine, threading backdoor dimes, pulling up for smooth mid-range jumpers, and sinking deep threes that had the crowd roaring. In the fourth quarter, she was unstoppable. A flurry of clutch shots and free throws that gave Indiana the cushion they needed to seal an 85-77 win. Kelsey Mitchell dropped 23 points. Natasha Howard owned the paint, and Sophie Cunningham sparked the bench. But none of it mattered when Clark froze mid-play. After a slick pass, she didn't chase the action. Instead, she grabbed her groin, her face contorted in pain. 1 step, 2, then she was bent over, unable to move. The arena's energy shifted, the buzz of a hard-fought game replaced by a collective hush. Cameras caught her gripping her hip, her expression raw, not anger, not frustration, but pure, unfiltered hurt. She tried to push through because that's who she is, the player who's taken elbows, shoulder checks, and full-body slams without flinching. But this time, her body waved the white flag. Clark didn't jog off waving to the crowd. She limped, slow and deliberate, her head bowed, tears welling as she reached the bench. She buried her face in a towel, her shoulders shaking, a sight so jarring it stopped the game's momentum cold. This wasn't Caitlin Clark, who'd become the face of the WNBA, the rookie who'd packed arenas and shattered TV ratings. This was a young woman broken, not by one hit, but by a season of relentless pressure and a system that's treated her like a product, not a person. She's faced physical assaults since her debut. Kennedy Carter's shoulder check, Marina Mabry's football-style hits, defenders mugging her off screens. Through it all, she's brushed it off. No complaints, no drama, just grit. But this moment was different. The pain in her groin wasn't new. It was the latest in a string of injuries, from a preseason quad strain to a recurring hip issue that the Fever mishandled from the start. Flashback to preseason when Clark's quad injury first surfaced. A smart organization would have shut her down, let her heal, prioritized her long-term health. Instead, the Fever sent her to Iowa for a hyped-up exhibition game, chasing clout and ticket sales. Her name was their cash cow, and they milked it, ignoring the warning signs. When the injury flared up mid-season, they gave her a token break, barely enough to recover, before tossing her back into the fire. Now, a groin injury has stacked onto the pile, and the pattern is clear. No real care, just dollar signs. If this were LeBron James or Stephen Curry, their teams would have locked them in a recovery room, protected the franchise at all costs. But Clark, they're banking on her resilience, hoping she'll smile through the pain. The play that broke her didn't even look dangerous, just a routine pass, a moment of brilliance. But her body, pushed past its limits, couldn't keep up. The officiating didn't help. From tip-off, the refs let Connecticut play like it was a street fight, grabbing, hand-checking, slamming Clark every time she moved. By the third quarter, she was boiling, yelling after every no call, her frustration spilling over. During a review, the camera caught her turning to a ref and snapping, "Grow up." It was raw, unfiltered, and honestly, justified. She's been a target since day one, taking hits no other rookie endures. Yet the whistles stay silent. Her coach, Stephanie White, hasn't had her back either. White's rotations are a mess. Clark plays 4 minutes, sits 5, plays 3, sits 6. How's she supposed to find a rhythm with tight hips or a sore quad? Sitting cold, then jumping back in is a recipe for disaster, a textbook way to pull muscles or worse. White yanks her after clutch shots, benches her during hot streaks, and pairs her with lineups that don't click, like Ari McDonald's ineffective minutes. It's not strategy, it's chaos. The front office is no better. They've dragged Clark across the country for events, flights, and media appearances, leaving no time for rest. She's battling multiple injuries but suiting up nightly like she's invincible. After the game, White's response was a robotic, she felt something in her groin. We'll get it evaluated. It's the same line they fed fans when her quad flared up, when she missed 10 days, then vanished again. Day to day, they said, but she keeps coming back too soon, each injury compounding the last. This isn't bad luck, it's bad management. The Fever treat her injuries like PR spin, not medical realities, and White's vague answers only erode trust. Clark isn't just another player, she's the reason seats are filled, ratings are soaring, and the WNBA is thriving. Yet they're risking it all, running her into the ground for midseason wins and all-star hype. The win over the Sun should have been a feel-good moment, a gritty team effort heading into the break. Instead, it's a warning sign. Clark's breakdown wasn't just physical, it was mental, emotional, a culmination of being overworked and underprotected. What's going through her mind as she sits crying into that towel? Is she questioning her team, her future, the relentless grind? The Fever need to shut her down, not for a game or two, but until she's fully healed. No three-point contests, no all-star photo ops, no, we'll see how she feels tomorrow. Another injury, an ACL tear, an Achilles rupture could derail her career, and the signs are screaming. They're treating her like a walking brand, not a human, parading her for jersey sales and packed arenas. But Caitlin Clark is more than a product. She's the franchise, the spark that's redefined the league. If they keep pushing her, they might lose her, not just for a season, but for good.